vlog from the Blue Mountain Express, which is a train that's more than 100 years old. It's a beautiful day outside here in Ooty, and I'm going all the way to Coonoor, which is like an hour away. And we pass by a lot of tea plantations, we pass by a lot of smaller towns and villages along the way. So I'm very excited to take you on this journey on the Blue Mountain Express. Stay tuned. I spent a lot of my childhood in Ooty and Katy. Both these towns are nestled in these gorgeous green hills surrounded by tea plantations and eucalyptus trees, and it's really this beautiful stretch of wilderness in the south of India. My family lived in the plains, which were arid and hot, so as a child I used to really look forward to driving up here in the hills where the air was cooler and there was nature all around. And this train, which we called the toy train but was officially called the Nilgiri Mountain Railway, was something of an icon back then. I remember waiting at Katy station for this train to pass by, and we'd wave at all the people who rode it. It was basically built in the early 20th century by the British who occupied India at the time. So it's also kind of symbolic of a past that stirs a lot of emotions and passions in Indians. And now, after over a decade, riding this train past Katy into Coonoor is almost like a homecoming. Okay, so what do you see right ahead? Just a tunnel, right? Well, it's not just a tunnel. Most of these tunnels were actually cut through hard rock along the hillside. Imagine doing that in the 1900s. And the train actually goes through 16 of these rock-cut tunnels and winds around 200 curves and bridges all the way to Mettupalayam down in the plains. It's pretty amazing. And a lot of Indian movie lovers always reminiscence about Chaya Chaya when they go through these tunnels. It's a song from a Bollywood movie called Dil Se, and in that song, the film stars dance on top of this train as it slowly winds its way around the hills. Well, it was of course quite an act to pull off, choreographing such a dance sequence on top of a moving train. But hey, this was the 90s, and both filmmakers and movie stars took whatever risks they had to create their work. There's something else about this whole train ride that I love. I love that it's a reminder that there are still so many things you can do to reconnect with nature and history for not very much at all. We got on the train around 9:15 in the morning, and the whole process of getting a ticket was smooth and inexpensive. General tickets are just a few cents, and a first class ticket only costs about $3. I recommend booking your tickets ahead of time on the Indian Railways website, but you can also get a ticket on day off by going to the station ticket counter early and standing in the queue. Whatever you decide, it's totally worth it. Then there's also this question of what's the best time of the year to travel. The summer is great, as you can see all around, the air is brisk, you get a clear view of the valley. The warmth is something you just want to soak up. But it's also beautiful other times of the year. If you travel here in the winter months and you ride this stretch, you get a stunning view of the whole valley being enveloped by mist. It's just magical. And after the rains, the hillside is lush, so you'll see all these beautiful waterfalls along the way. Honestly, if you're a photographer, you'd love that time of the year, because you're more likely to capture all these dreamy images of these villages dotting the slopes, and you get a real sense of hill station living. So, don't worry about thinking about the perfect time. There's no better time than right now. So we are finally arriving at Coonoor station. I'm hungry and I've been really looking forward to exploring this beautiful town. And you know, I'm kind of taken aback by how old world and pretty everything still looks. Things seem just as they were from my childhood.